This is totally out of my comfort zone. So we gotta be mature right now. We're gonna have to talk about boobs. It's starting to get hot. Alright, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a different type of video, and I'm doing it because, one, it's a huge part of my life, and two, a few people have asked me questions about what skin disease I have and how it affects me. And you can see my daughter is right here. She's always by my side, so she's always going to be in my videos. So this video might have to like stop and go, and I'm so sorry for that in advance. But if you want to know a little bit more about my skin disease and kind of understand it, or maybe get some tips, maybe you have it as well. I sure hope that you don't have it, but if you do want to learn more about it and what has helped me get through it, then stick around and continue watching. The skin disease that I have is called Hailey Hailey disease, and it's a rare autosomal dominant disorder that affects the adhesion epidermal keratin sites. It's a blistering disorder that is characterized by painful blisters, erosions, maceration, and frequent secondary infection in the flexural areas. In other words, it's a genetic disorder that causes blisters on the skin. About 1 in 50,000 people suffer with this rare skin disease, and each child that you have has a 50% chance of getting it. Because I am not in contact with some of my family, and my grandmother on my dad's side has passed away, I'm assuming that that's where I got it. I remember her having really bad skin issues when I was younger in the same spots that I get it, and I'm not sure if my father has it. So, but because of the way the genetics work and the chromosomes and all that, I'm almost certain that's where I got it from. It's really complicated to explain. It goes into all of the chromosomes and whatnot. But basically what it is a skin disease. It starts off as little blisters, and it's always in the folds of your body. So like, think of all the folds that you have. You have your elbows, your armpits, under your breast, maybe in your neck folds, behind your knees, your groin area, your butt area, anything like that. So think of sores in those creases and folds, and just continuously opening them back up, and they tear every time that you move them. So even like a slight arm movement would affect it. It's constantly reoccurring, so if and when a flare-up or an outbreak goes away, another one will start right back. And at least that's how it was for me up until I got proper treatment. I have been misdiagnosed 3 or 4 times. I was told that I have Darier's disease, eczema, psoriasis, all kinds of things. Even with biopsies, they had told me that, and it was just an ongoing thing of just trial and error with medications and getting more and more depressed with this. My daughter now is only 2, and she could have it. You don't really know until you're probably in your about 20s, at least for most people. I didn't get my first flare-up or outbreak until I was in my 20s, and it got really bad when I was about 24, 25, and that's when I started going to the dermatologist. I got biopsies done, and I was always told it was something completely different each time, and they tried me on different medications. Can't remember the name of all of them, but Tazorac stays in my mind because it literally melted my skin off. And because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, I know a lot about the layers of the skin and how certain medications work, and all I know is that the Tazorac legit was burning the top layer of my skin off, and which would make sense that it would work. You would think that it would work, but it didn't. It was excruciating pain for me when I would put it on. I would have to stand in front of a fan while I was applying it. I remember my husband having to watch me cry because it just hurt so bad. It was awful. So when enough was enough, I finally was like, okay, I'm going to see a different dermatologist. So I saw a different dermatologist, got another biopsy done, and I was told that it was Hailey Hailey disease. I told her that I had been misdiagnosed several times. She said she understood that Hailey Hailey was very rare. So she gave me 3 creams and told me to use them when I had a flare-up. The first one, I'm not going to even try to pronounce them. And what I do is every night when I get out of the shower, I dry that area off really good if I have a flare-up. And I usually stand in front of a fan, that way it's completely dry, and I apply these 3. I squirt a little dab on the top of my arm, and I mix them all together, and then I just apply it wherever I have a flare-up. So the things that I use in the shower are pretty, I think, easy to get your hands on. Not just in the United States, but everywhere. But I use this Dove foaming soap. I think I got this from Target or Walmart, and it's Dove Shower Foam Sensitive Skin 100% Gentle Cleanser, and it's sulfate free. I tried this on a whim, and so far so good. It's really gentle. The foam is, I think it's better for my skin. I don't know if it's better for the Hailey Hailey or if it's just better for your skin, but I really like this one. And I also use this Aveeno Skin Relief Body Wash, fragrant free, dermatologist recommended, active natural soothing oatmeal. So these 2 are kind of pricey. I think they're like $7 a piece, $5 to $7 a piece, but you get what you pay for. I like these. They work for me. I use these 2 soaps instead of a bar soap just because of contamination purposes. I don't want to contaminate the soap and then have to reuse it. It's just kind of a mental thing for me. I know a lot of people like their bar soap, but me personally, these 2 are what I have been using. So those are what I use for my skin, like all over my body, flare-up or no flare-up. What I use when I have a flare-up has helped so much. It is this Baby Organics shampoo and body wash foam and chamomile verbena, I don't know. It's extra gentle, non-allergenic, pediatrician and dermatologist tested with natural plant-based ingredients. No parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, petroleum dyes, or synthetic fragrances. But how I discovered this was when we moved into our house. I had only packed my daughter's shower and bath stuff. So I used this. I had a flare-up at the time, and within like a day or 2, it started to dry up and heal. And I was amazed. And I thought that maybe I just got lucky and maybe it was just time to heal. But I used it every time I would get a flare-up, and it would just dry up, or the flare-up would not progress. So using this and combined with the 3 creams have definitely helped me so much, and I'm so grateful that I was able to discover that this works, as well as switch dermatologist and get these 3 creams. So the next thing that I've had to use is this antiseptic skin cleanser. So this is like just the CVS brand of the HybaCleanse. I've heard really good things about this when people have a nasty, infected kind of flare-up. This is what surgeons use to cleanse their hands with before they do surgery, and before and after they do surgery. But because the HybaCleanse is so expensive, I thought I would pick the store brand up, and it works just as good with keeping everything clean and no bacteria. Sometimes what I do with the HybaCleanse is I will put it in a spray bottle with some purified water, and I will use that and spray it. It has helped a lot. It like if we go to the zoo or something and I'm just feeling really itchy and sticky and moist, then I will put it in the spray bottle with some purified water, spray it on those areas, let it set and lather it up, and then start all over with my soaps. I finally found a deodorant that helps with the Hailey Hailey flare-ups, as well as I don't have a BO smell when I'm starting to get sweaty, but it's the Degree Motion Sense Invisible Solid Antiperspirant and Deodorant. Again, it's one of the more expensive deodorants, but it works for me, and that's what's important, is to keep me without a flare-up. So this actually has worked really good. But if you do some research, you can see that different things work for different people. So you kind of have to do trial and error. And remember, you can always return things too. You can exchange them to the store, and once you've opened things like deodorant, they don't put them back on the shelf. I know a lot of people use the Mitchum deodorant, so I don't know, or the Mitchum gel. Mitchum? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I've never had to use it because this has always worked for me. If this ever started to give me any issues, then I probably would, my next step would be to try the Mitchum gel deodorant. So we gotta be mature right now. We're gonna have to talk about boobs. I got this Tata Towel knockoff on Amazon, and I'll have to find the link to the seller on Amazon, and I'll leave it in the description box down below. But I got this after I read the reviews, and I was like, that's definitely gonna help me when I have a Hailey Hailey flare up underneath my breast. So I got it, and I was so excited. And it's reversible. It's animal print and black, and it has a drawstring right here to tighten it up. So what you do is you put it behind your neck, and you lift your boobs up, and I don't want to completely demonstrate, but it lifts your boobs up. So underneath is where I get the flare up, and when you lift your arm, your boob also lifts up. So it tears every time that you lift your arm. Anytime that you move at night, it tears even more. So what this has helped me with is just walking around the house and not having a shirt on or anything, and it just lifts up to let the cool air kind of flow and it not be trapped under clothes. So this 100% has helped me so much, combined with everything else that I've used. I do stand in front of a stand-up fan that I keep in my bedroom when I get out of the shower. I stand in front of that, and I make sure everything is nice and cool and completely dry. I don't ever leave it damp, because the dampness and the humidity will cause it to flare up and start to get blisters again. But that has helped, and keeping the fan pointed on me at nighttime has definitely helped too. So the fan combined with cool pajamas has helped me a lot, or not even sleeping with anything on. But just try to keep yourself super cool at nighttime. I have had steroid injections underneath my breast before, and that kind of did help a flare-up that I had that would just not go away. And the next step would have been to get Botox injections, and I know that's going to be a process if and when I need to get that done. Again, because I'm a cosmetology instructor, I know a lot about the skin and the way the skin works and the layers of the skin and how certain things like Botox works with the skin. So Botox actually paralyzes the sweat glands. So that is super helpful in somebody that has Hailey Hailey disease, because the sweat and the friction make a flare up basically. So there's other things that go into contribution with it, but that's basically what starts up a flare up. If you're not sweating as much, you won't have as many flare ups, if that makes any sense. And again, I am not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm only a licensed cosmetologist and cosmetology instructor that happens to live with Hailey Hailey disease. So don't take my advice and go tell your doctor that I said this. But because a lot of doctors don't know a lot about it, if you offer something like I told my doctor that it would make sense that Botox would work. And then the next time I saw her, she got back with me and she was like, you know what, that would work. So if this steroid injection does not work, our next step would be to get your insurance to cover Botox injections underneath your breast. So hopefully I don't ever have to go that route for the sake of my skin, but if you are frequently getting the flare-ups, that might help you. When I was first diagnosed with Hailey Hailey disease, I couldn't find anything about it on YouTube. I couldn't find stories from other people or advice from other people. But there are other people that deal with this, and you just need to be open and honest with your friends and family about what you have, what you suffer with, and that at any point in time you might have a flare-up and you might not be able to go to that cookout, or you might not be able to go on that vacation because you're gonna be miserable. So you just need to be honest and accept that you have this and that no one is perfect. I do talk about my daily struggles in my A Day in a Life videos or my vlogs, so feel free to check those out. I hope this video has helped anybody that is suffering with Hailey Hailey disease, or any of the many students that I know that are studying to be dermatologists or estheticians. I hope this has given you a little bit more of an understanding of what I deal with on a daily basis, as well as kind of given some advice to anybody that suffers with it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, as well as giving me a shout in my email or DMing me on Instagram. I will definitely respond to you with any advice that I've got. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscription button down below, as well as give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.